Alright, so you're here to learn about Python and how ChatGPT can make that process a little bit easier for you. Now there are three ways I have for you that ChatGPT can speed up the learning of Python regarding functions, which is what we'll be covering today. Now before we get into all that, I do want to mention that I do have 3 other videos already out about learning Python, and I suggest you take a minute and go watch. Function, if you're not familiar with it, is a set of repeatable tasks all summarized into a single action, code word you might say. You may be familiar with this type of association in sports. In many sports, members of the team will each have a specific duty to perform on a play. These can culminate in complex plays by the team, or simplified by the play call by the coach. You just say it once and it does all these actions for you. Now the way the function is defined in syntax or in the grammar used by Python are the special words def for define, and then the name of the function, parentheses, and then colons, which means everything after it is what the function will actually do. Now, I promised you I would get into how ChatGPT will help you out here, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. The 3 ways I have for you that ChatGPT can help speed up learning Python regarding functions is, first, it can help you understand code that you aren't clear on. So if you put in code that you're not sure what it does into ChatGPT, it does this awesome function that'll go ahead and interpret it for you. I'll try to bring up an example for you here on the screen. It'll help you understand what someone else has written so that you can compare it with your own knowledge and fill in those gaps between the two of them. The second thing ChatGPT will do to help you learn Python with functions is it'll help you debug your code that you've already written. So often you'll try to write something up in Python and you'll come into a dead end somehow. It's not completing like it should. That's where you can use ChatGPT to put that in. It'll help you identify those issues that you still need help with. And the third item that ChatGPT can help you out with in this regard is it can help you generate new functions. So you have a sprawling amount of code, which happens quite often when you're writing large applications. And you recognize that, hey, maybe this should be trimmed down, or you want to look nicer to others that read it. You can engage ChatGPT to summarize these items into a function for you, which is repeatable based on the call that you make. So those are the items that we have as far as explaining how ChatGPT can help out. Let's dive more into understanding how to actually use functions on a daily basis so that you know how to do it with and without ChatGPT. On your screen are 3 examples of using functions. There are 3 functions, all with slightly more complexity than the previous. All 3 start with def, the function name, parentheses, and colons. But you will see 2 of the 3 have words in the parentheses. These are called parameters. Think of when you are defining a function that you are stepping into another dimension and you can only use what you bring with you. I liken that example because all the data, variables, etc. that you want to use in the function, you must bring within the parameters. The parameters are variables that you want to use in the function. Python won't let you use variables outside of its bubble, so that makes sense in the first function and halfway to the second. But now we run into a new word we haven't seen before, the word return. Return basically lets the function take a variable back with it as it returns from its journey into the function's dimension. Being able to use parameters and return is how you can make functions have lasting impact on your code. Understanding functions will help you in Python and other languages as well as understand computers more fully. If I've been able to help pass this information to you, please subscribe to the channel to see what other topics we are bringing out. If you have any outstanding questions, leave it in the comments and I'll be glad to answer. This wraps up this lesson and can't wait to see you in the next one.